Okay, so I'm going to show you two different ways of how to do the worm tunnels, the way that I've seen them done. One of them is breaking up the paper, drawing a line right across the middle. And from there, start curving the lines, start doing like these little crescents. Then on the bottom, you do the same. You curve it, you curve it, curve it. Go a little bit more. All right. Check it out how it kind of moves here. Now that's always great to do. I'm going to go ahead and go to the next one. Keep on curving it. Curve it. Just go with the flow. That's what I tell the students. Just do it. It's all right. You could go from the edge a little bit. If it's a little bit crooked, that's fine. Gonna go ahead and speed it up a little bit. All right. Getting a little tired and a little bored of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and be like, all right, that's cool and all. Let me go ahead and show you the second one. A lot of the kids tell me, where do I even start? Tell them first off, just break up the paper. Break it up. Draw a line right next to it. There you go. One more. Bam, there you go. That's how I usually start. Just tell them, go ahead and just start curving it. Doesn't matter which way it goes. No, not really. But remember, curve it. Curve it. And if you mess up there, then it's fine. Go with it. There we go. It kind of changes the direction of the worm as well too. There we go. Curve it. Now this is a pretty cool way of doing it as well. Both ways is neat. I'm going to make them a little bit bigger. And I'm going to make another one. But I forgot to change the direction, so I'm going to go ahead and put it right next. I'm going to go ahead and put it right next to it. And change the direction. I'm going to do these U's instead. Boom. Now it looks like it's going the other way. And we actually see like the end tail of this worm. Now here's an example that I did on copy paper. Copy paper is real nice. It's nice and thin, and the color pencil actually goes pretty good on it. It's actually pretty cool to use. But for the sake of this demonstration, I'm going to use my sketchbook. It's a lot smaller, and I feel like it'd be easier to finish it up real quick and show you. The copy paper is actually thinner than my sketchbook, so I'm definitely going to get a different result. Let's see how that goes. Now, it does have a little bit of water damage. I'm fine with that. It's cool. And this is my sketchbook, and I love it. And I'm going to just continue working with it. For this demonstration, I'm going to actually use a 2HB. A lot of the students have these already in hand. It's not a drawing pencil, of course. But, we use what we have. I'm going to go ahead and just start a line. I'm going to draw a line right next to it. Kind of go skinny, fat. That's fine. Boom. Let's do some overlapping. I'm going to show the end of this worm. I'm going to have it go underneath that first worm that I did. And I'm going to change the direction a little bit. Boom, there we go. Bam, quick turn. That's fine. That's usually, it comes out cool that way. Now, what I want to do is what I have on this other one. I'm going to do the same effect where like there's little baby worms coming out of that one. I'm going to try to do that here. Maybe I'll start from the top. Where am I going to put it? I don't know. Let's just start it anywhere. I got this idea from the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. I don't know if you remember that movie. There's this part where they're eating snake. And, well, they bring in this big snake. They cut it open, and all these snakes come out. And just everyone gets all grossed out. Well, not everybody, but just Indiana Jones and his crew. All right, so I'm gonna erase this. Boom. I'll just come back to it later. Forget it. waste too much time on that. I'm gonna go ahead and start putting the lines inside my worm. Remember that when we curve the worms, that's gonna help show form. We want to show form. If these lines are not curved, then it's gonna flatten our worm and it's gonna flatten out our image. That's not what we want. And you change the direction a little bit, that's fine. Just let it naturally happen. It helps with showing movement of the worm. There we go. A little bit here. And one more right there. Now it has some movement going on. It makes it a little bit more fun than having it just go straight up and down. So from here to here, there we go. Now, when I'm talking about the curves, think about letters. Letter N, letter H, letter U. Now, you could even think about the letter J. But let's go up a little bit more. Boom. Now that's the U. All right. Keep those in mind. We do those all the time, so it's not hard to do. Just draw these lines. I'm gonna go ahead and get a darker pencil. A lot of students, a lot of beginners tend to do this. Just go pretty much straight. Keep in mind the letters. You do these letters all the time. Do another one. I'm going to keep the mind of U. I'm going to keep in mind the letter N. Let me get this out of the way. There you go. It's like a wide N. There you go. Just go with the flow. Go with the flow. One more. There you go. Bam. It shows the movement right there. Letter one. Nah. This one. Yeah. Let's do it. Right. Follow the flow. Go with the flow. Now, of course, if you go too straight, we make this look like an infomercial. Gonna go straight. Make it look like a ladder. This is like totally wrong. The middle one looks like totally right. All right, let's go ahead. Go back. All right. Oh man, I gotta change my pencil. I don't want to make it too dark. So I'm gonna keep my lines light because I don't want my lines to show too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll start right here. Start with this little one. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and rotate the page a bit just to help me with the flow. There we go. Make them nice and wide. Bam. There we go. Curve. And then there it is. Right, so that's the one I'm gonna have the babies come out of. The baby worms. Let's go ahead and let's do another one. Take your time. Take your time with the curves. It's gonna make it look nicer. And if you want to rush it, go for it. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. I'm not gonna stop you from doing it. Here we go. I'm gonna have it continue. Boom. Over here in the background. And then just switch it up right there. There we go. Now, there. Okay, here, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Let's go ahead and let's make another one come out. Oh, it's gonna come out through the back. There we go. Let's make this one interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and break it up. Have like a two tails kind of thing. Grab my eraser, erase whatever I don't need. Remember, you could always use our eraser. It's cool. Sometimes we get these ideas, midway. Let's do it. Always follow that rule. Draw it light until you get it right. I try not to rhyme all the time. There it is. Both. Now that looks a little interesting, right? That looks pretty cool. Let's go ahead and let's continue this one. Boom. There we go. Now it's getting kind of weird right here. It's cool. Let's do it. Boom. It looks like it's kind of coming towards us. There it is. Boom. Follow the movement. It's all about movement, and that's going to make it more interesting. Right here is where we're going to do the babies or the little baby worms. Go a little bit of erase. Gonna cut it open right there. Little. Boom. Make a little worm coming out. Let's draw another one. Remember, just like the other ones, just let it flow. Let it flow. Don't let them try to be too stiff. Make some a little bit bigger, some longer. There we go. Got that. Boom. There it is. And I'm gonna erase this one a little bit. I kind of don't like it. Right there, I'm gonna kind of mess around a little bit longer. There you go. There you go. I'm gonna make a two-headed one, just like the other one. All right, let's see what's up. Have fun with it. Have fun with it. Let me go ahead and fix that little top right there. I'm gonna show a little overlapping. Right there it is. Make it a little bit more interesting. Play around with the space. A little bit right there. Bam. All right, so I think that's ready to get colored up. It's a little close up. I'm gonna go ahead and start coloring. I'm gonna choose red, yellow, my green, some yipe stripes, fruit stripes colors. I don't know, I've always liked this color combination as well. It's pretty cool. Gonna go ahead and just start with the yellow. Now I'm gonna do a little color demonstration. Gonna go yellow. A little dark on the yellows right here on the edges. And remember our value scales. It's always important to know your value scale. Go from dark to light. There's a video that I posted up about doing a little value scale with colored pencil, and that usually helps out with this project. Remember, the whole purpose of this worm tunnel is to get comfortable with coloring and show some form. By doing that, it's going to come out, interesting. I'm going to go light right here in the middle. Go a little dark on the edges. And we're going to create this glare. I think this little glare is pretty neat to see. Shows some kind of form of light. And there you go. I'm going to go dark on the edges. I made sure to sharpen my color pencils before I started. I'm going to go dark. And then I'm going to start going light. I'm going to lighten up the pressure towards the middle so I could get that little glare. Switch it over to green. There we go. Green. Start lighting up my pressure. And there, that little glare is starting to pop up. Do you have to do this glare? No, you don't have to do the glare, but I think it's going to make your piece look interesting. And it's definitely going to help us out with projects in the future. Showing these values is going to make your worm pop. You want to show form. Go a little bit more. Gonna go dark on the edges. Remember, keep it pointy. Remember, you could turn your color pencil and it actually gets pretty sharp. There we go. I'm gonna go in with the green. Remember, go light. Remember, go light in the middle. There we go. And right here. Oh, wait a minute. Red. I'm gonna go ahead and end that piece. And I'm at the tail end of this worm. Boom, boom. Now I'm gonna go a little bit darker now. I'm gonna go ahead and let's do one more. Let's do one more. Let's do the red, and then I'll show you how to color all this up. Let's go ahead and do one more with the red. Start going light. Oh man, what are we gonna do here? Okay, I'm just gonna go right there real quick. Gonna go ahead and darken my edges. Rotate my book. Get that going. There it is. There it is. It's starting to pop. Yeah. Now I rotated my book to make it a little bit more easier for me because of the direction that I color. Go ahead and rotate it back so I could get the other side. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna darken this up. Go another layer. Now you could think of this in stages, just so you won't burn out right away. So I like to go a little bit light and then come back to it and then start going darker. There I am. There it is. I'm gonna go dark right here on the green. See? Make sure that you get your color pencil sharpened. Get yourself a nice little point. There we go. So you can get the edges. Now it's starting to get dark. I'm gonna rotate my book so I can get the other side. I don't do that all the time, but I just figured I'd do it right now. Go. Sometimes I forget and I just do it, even though it feels uncomfortable. Bam, let's go ahead and just do some yellow right there. Miss some spots. I try not to waste all my energy at first, because doing these does take some time. It's a nice way to waste time if you want, and do something cool. There we go. Darken up a little bit. All right. Go back on the green. Okay, right here needs a little dark right there. Bam. There we go. Touching up a little bit. A little bit of my colors. Go back on the red. I could go a little bit here. There we go. Remember, you could always start light and go dark as you need. So don't go dark right away if you're uncomfortable. There we go. Because remember, you could always go darker. There we go. Check this out. Now it looks pretty neat, right? Looks like a yipe stripes, root stripes. I'm going to add a little bit of blue. I'm going to add a little bit of blue to this red. I don't know, I like that combo. And I'm going to think of this as stage number 3. Add some blue here. It's going to help with some of the shading. I go very light on the red. Now I could use green. It's all right, but I like the blue. I like to have fun with the blue on the red. There we go. A little bit. You can start seeing that little shadow coming out. I know that depending on what's next to it, it's going to kind of reflect, but yeah, we'll save that for some other time. I just want to go ahead and have fun with this. There we go. A little bit more blue on the red. Then right here, for the green, I'm going to go ahead and use the red. I'm going to use the red on the green. It's weird. It's like I don't like using the green on the red, but I don't mind using the red on the green. There we go. And a little bit right here. I'll rotate my book. Add a little bit of red. Yeah, loosen up my pressure. This is where it could get kind of tricky. So I try to be a little careful on it. Now remember to step away from your artwork, because if you're doing this, you get hypnotized and it might look weird and you can overdo it. Take a little break from it and see how it looks from far away. With the yellow, I like using the red. Let's put a little bit more red right here on this yellow. There we go. I think the red on the yellow gives it a really, really cool shadow. The red and the yellow, the orangey kind of looks pretty neat. It's one of my favorite combos as well. There we go. Add a little bit of that here, a little bit there. Kind of follow it along. And it's starting to pop. It's starting to pop. Be aware of the pressure that you put on your paper. There you go. Check out that little glare. It looks pretty cool. Boom. Helps with the movement. Helps with light source. Bam. There it is. And I'm going to continue go ahead and doing the rest. And let's see what's up. put some finishing touches on this piece. The worm project will help you get comfortable with coloring and creating forms. But always keep this in mind, have fun. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit that like button, make sure to share this with your friends. And don't forget to hit that bell so you get notified every time a new project comes out, guaranteed to help you become a better artist. Thank you for watching my take on the worm tunnels. This has been a one hand draws the other tutorial with the Zoogndagn. Thank you. See you soon.